So former WWE interviewer, commentator, host, she did it all. Renee Young, real name Renee Paquette, Canada's own Renee Paquette. So I guess first off, I'm Canadian as well. She was on a show years ago, way before she joined WWE, and they hosted a WWE pre-show, a WWE after show, and she was absolutely fantastic on that show. That was my first introduction to Renee Paquette, and I became a fan instantly. She was so good on that. And then when WWE picked her up, hired her, I can't remember the year, but she was there for quite a long time, and she did a lot of firsts in WWE. And now she has started up her very own YouTube channel called Oral Sessions. I will link the channel in the description below, but it's youtube.com/Renee Paquette TV. And I have no doubt that she is absolutely going to crush it on that channel. She already has a couple interviews up with two huge names in the wrestling business. First, her husband, of course, Jon Moxley, and the other one is CM Punk. The channel's only about 2 weeks old, and she already has almost 20,000 subscribers. So she is well on her way to being a massive success on YouTube if her numbers keep growing at that rate. And it's a really good interview, the clips she has up right now. I'm not sure if she's going to post the full video interviews. I hope she does, because that's the way I enjoy watching them. I'm not really a podcast guy. I need a visual. I need something to look at. Even if it's just their heads for 6 hours, I need something to look at. I don't know. That's just me. So hopefully she posts the full video podcasts eventually, because that's right up my alley. But CM Punk brings up a pretty good point in this interview. He talks about how it's unfair that Xavier Woods gets to keep his YouTube channel, gets to get a job at G4, but yet Zelina Vega isn't allowed to have her Twitch channel. I'm a huge fan of the New Day, huge fan of Xavier Woods. I've actually met 2 of them. I've met Kofi Kingston and I've met Big E, both in Brooklyn. And I haven't met Xavier Woods yet, but Big E, Kofi, super nice dudes, which leads me to believe Xavier Woods is probably a super nice dude as well. No reason to think otherwise. I have to agree with CM Punk on this. It's not fair. If it's good for one, it should be good for the other. And if it's good for it, and if it's not good for somebody, it should be not good for anybody. There shouldn't be like, oh, this guy can have it, but he can't. Or she can have it, but she can't. That's not cool. That's not fair. Zelina, super talented. So talented. It's ridiculous how good she was. She was one of the highlights of 2020. During WWE's COVID year of no fans, trying a bunch of new stuff, the Thunderdome, Zelina Vega was a huge star that made everything she did on television that much better. When she was on TV, those segments were incredible. So to get rid of her because you don't want her to have her Twitch channel, or don't want her to hand over the revenue from her Twitch channel, or don't want her to use her name on her Twitch channel, whatever it is, that's not cool. That's not fair. If everyone has to hand it over, then everyone has to hand it over. You shouldn't be able to pick and choose who gets to do what. It should be streamlined across the board rule for everybody. You either have it or you don't. And honestly, WWE is a $1 billion company. A $1 billion company. I mean, AJ Styles has a Twitch channel. Paige has a Twitch channel. They, both of which, I don't think Paige did, but I think AJ handed his over. But it's not like these guys are, and if they are, but it's not like these guys are out there making millions of dollars. And if they are, amazing. Good for them. But what's wrong with them on their free time going out there, playing video games on the internet, or talking to their fans on the internet? It's only going to help them. It's only going to help WWE in the long run. These stars are much more interactive in a time where the fans can't really get around. the superstars at all because there's no fans at shows. So when shows open back up, they're more likely to come back and be like, hey, I talked to that guy on Twitch. I'm going to buy his t-shirt. It's more likely things like that are going to happen than something negative. So why these guys can't make a few extra bucks on the side is beyond me. I think they should be able to do it. There's a lot of things. I'm a WWE guy. I should have said this at the beginning. I'm a WWE guy. I watch WWE. WWE is the wrestling I watch over everything else. I've been a huge fan since I've been knee-high to a grasshopper, and I'm still a huge fan to this day. That shelf right there has every single WWE DVD released pay-per-view of all time. Those over there, which you can't see, is the VHS collection. Now I don't have every VHS, but I do have every DVD on these two shelves. You can only see one of them. But so I'm a WWE guy. This is me hating on WWE. This is just me thinking of something that isn't necessarily fair. Sure, the world we live in isn't fair, but I don't know, man. That's just me rambling and ranting early in the morning. But I agree with Punk on this. Zelina should be able to keep her Twitch. I think they all should be able to keep their YouTube channels, their Twitch. Sheamus is still posting his workout videos, which is an amazing channel, by the way, Celtic Warriors Workout. I don't think they should be taken from them. I think they should be able to keep them. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you think they should be able to keep their Twitch channels, their YouTube channels, or do you think WWE is doing the right thing? Let me know. Drop a comment below, and let me know where you guys land on this subject. I'd be very interested to know.